Hey everyone, welcome to weekday coronavirus-driven mind stuff. My name is George Ortega, and it is Tuesday, June 16th, I believe. Yeah, at 11:17 p.m. I better talk a little more softly because it is late. And this is episode number 48, I believe. Yeah, 48. All right, and it's like I've got this like Northern Lights background. It's a Zoom background that I just found, and it's doing some pretty cool stuff with the background that I have and all that. So I'm gonna just like keep it on here. Um, Hope you're having a good. This is. I guess you'll see this tomorrow on Wednesday. I had a pretty cool day. I've been on Zoom a lot. I was just on with a couple of people for a couple of hours or so. Just I don't know. One person was in Texas, the other was in Manhattan. I mean, this Zoom is just like connecting us so wonderfully in a lot of ways. All right, I don't feel like going through the headlines right now because I've done a lot of work today. I'm a little tired, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to talk about, but we will see. Um, I'm getting better. I'm keeping getting better at bass guitar. I mean, I'm excited. I'm like, because I'm playing sometimes 2, 3 hours a day. And that feels really good. It could be, again, I've neglected playing initially guitar before that, but now bass guitar for decades because I always felt guilty that I should be trying to save the world more. And I'm still working to promote useful ideas to help people understand things. But I think I finally realized that there's no reason I can't do both. There's no reason I can't both devote serious time to my music and also help however I can. So let's see. Yeah, and actually the main message that I'll have for the next several months will be that, there's only one way to prevent future pandemics, and we can prevent them with 99+% effectiveness. And that way is to end the farming of animals. And most people would be unwilling to stop eating chicken and beef and pork and seafood and things like that. And so we're very fortunate that in 2013 a new industry emerged where we can basically grow these products in labs, in a way that is pandemic risk free. Because the reason epidemics, influenza, E. coli, certain kinds of epidemics happen is because of animal farming. Like in influenza, you have like a wild animal infecting a domesticated animal, a farmed animal, and the farmed animal infects us. And so, again, that's the only way we're going to be free from future pandemics. And so that's going to be my message. Then the other part of the message is like, at the rate of investment in this new industry, we might have to wait about 10 years, for them to solve the research challenges that remain before they can scale up to production level, with these new products. There's about 50 startups that are working on this. One of the most successful just received about $150 million in round VC funding. But considering that, we just, for example, spent $3 trillion on the effects of COVID-19 on our economy, coronavirus, you know, I mean, it's, you know, we need to spend 10, $20 billion to fast track this research on lab grown meat, dairy, eggs, so that instead of having to wait 10 years, we can have this done in, let's say, 3 years. It'll probably take us a couple years to emerge from this, you know, relatively to a relative normal, you know, because they say we may have several waves, but it would be wonderful to, as we're emerging from this current coronavirus, to have the means to prevent any others from happening. And so like these, you know, if they really fast track this research, again, products could be available in supermarkets in 3-4 years, and we'd never have to worry about this again. There's a kind of like a myth that's being promoted by, you know, Rahm Emanuel, a Democrat, just promoted it on a Sunday talk show recently. That and he's not the only one. I mean, they're calling this a 100-year event because they're referring to the 1918 influenza, the Spanish flu. But that is such a mistaken assessment because according to the research, basically epidemics, contagious diseases, you know, that have their origin in factory farms and farms in general, have increased dramatically, you know, since the 80s. In other words, like in a certain decade, let's say around 1930s or so, there might have been 1 or 2 epidemics, okay? Since the 80s, you have like 10 epidemics per year, you know, year after year after year. So, and this number keeps going up. It's because our farming has become much less sanitized, much more industrial. You wouldn't believe if you saw how animals are treated, you know, you'd probably go vegan. But anyway, that is what you know, that is probably the major initiative that I'll be pushing going forward. And it's a bit too early. I understand it's, you know, people are still trying to get through what we're going through right now. So it'll take a while. But I imagine that everyone's going to be very receptive to this message as we're trying, you know, we have a chance to catch our breath and our thoughts go to the future, like, you know, simply never wanting this to happen again. Okay, all right, this was pretty cool. I'm gonna like play around here. I'm like, you know, it's like 11:25, and I'm, you know, finally getting the show done. I was on like 4 different Zoom meetings. All right, this one, now we're going to a beach. We're going to the beach because I don't know where we were before, but all right, we're at the beach now. Yeah, you see the waves. Yeah, this is nice, I think. So yeah, one was a kind of like a business Zoom meeting, you know, with someone or something that may turn into this. And I'm not even going to talk about it because it's, you know, it's a very promising kind of enterprise that we were discussing. So what else? What else? I haven't been out at all today, and I kind of feel like, you know, after finishing, then maybe just taking a walk out, you know, it'd be nice. What else? What else? Should I go through the headlines? I mean, the headlines are so bogus these last couple of days. They just, you know, I was talking to some people in the last room, you know, it was like just happiness in the time of coronavirus distancing, the Zoom room that I run every Monday or Tuesday rather. And And we were talking about, I lost my train of thought. I'm tired. What can I tell you? It's 11:27. Yeah, no, I think, oh yeah, we were talking about how the media just, they're great at presenting the problem, because they're great at scaring people, at making people angry, making people afraid, making people sad. I mean, they know how to push these buttons, and they're relentless. And but what they don't do nearly enough of, which makes them like a major part of the problem of our world. The mainstream media is like, once they presented the problem, whatever it is, police brutality, whatever, they rarely, and when they do, they hardly delve into the solutions, what needs to be done, and that they don't go into details. For example, like I came up with this idea, came to me, of a very, very simple way to stop killings like what happened with George Floyd. And that's simply like, when you have 2, 3 officers who've subdued a person, simply handcuff them behind their back, cable tie their ankles together. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to like be a risk or a harm to anyone. You do those 2 simple steps, and no further force, absolutely no excessive force is needed, after that's done. So like, why isn't ABC News and PBS and New York Times and Washington Post and NPR and CNN, why aren't they getting into these details? Because it's not like they couldn't. This is like, what I just presented to you. It's like a no-brainer. It just came to me. I'm not an expert in police affairs or anything like that, but like, it's such a simple solution, and you have to wonder how many solutions like this are out there, not just for reforming police departments, but across the board for so many issues. So yeah, we need to figure out a way to help that happen more. What else? So yeah, I was on a few talks, and let's see. Oh, I'm getting close to being able to jam on the bass, while like, midway, like right now, let's say I'm tired of talking, and if I had it set up, it's almost set up, it's getting there, it's pretty close. I could just be playing one of these songs that I wrote. I can't play songs that I like to play, which are like by, classic bands, really, good bands. But I want to jam on bass to some compositions, some songs I wrote in the 90s, and I recorded in the late 90s. Guitar, voice, a drum track. That's basically lead guitar. So I'd want to jam on bass, but like, because yeah, like right now I don't know what I have. I yeah, I'm tired. I prefer to just be jamming out to music. So So anyway, what else? What else? My this for this computer, for some reason the cable that's supposed to like, because like during these meetings for this show, no, actually for this show also, I have another space, a futon that's folded out into the bed, and I have some cushions against the wall that I can just like lie down against, or just like, be much more comfortable through these. And so like, I've got to, for some reason, with this new computer that I started using, whenever I put that HDMI cable into the computer, the monitor goes blank. And there's something wrong with that. I don't know, got to figure that out. So what else? What else? I don't know. This see things like I'm getting cold and wet here in this water. Let's see if we can like, and actually, oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to like add some, because like it's a new computer, so I have to add some of the images that I have on file that I haven't um, added yet. I guess it's in the pictures. Zoom backgrounds. Here we go. So let's see. How about this one? All right, so I went into the waters. Now I am going into the clouds. That's pretty cool. I am in the clouds on cloud 9. All right. All right, and like just for comparison, I just want to show you what you saw what it looked like before I put on the first background. All right, so we're in the clouds, and I think we want to come back to Earth. Now, let's go into the Jordan Valley. Yeah, so now we're in the Jordan Valley. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, there's not much to see. It's the Jordan Valley. It's like an arid zone. Let's keep traveling. Let's see where else we want to go. Oh, you want to go to the moon? You can go to the moon, absolutely. I mean, like that's no. Let's go into outer space. All right, now we are in outer space. I don't know exactly what galaxy we're in, but we are so out there. We're like billions of miles away. You know, it just happened in an instant. I mean, that was pretty amazing. All right, so but I'm getting cold up here. It's like, and it's lonely. There's nothing up here except God. God is everywhere, of course. So there. This is an art piece that I pulled out of this Unsplash site. Oh, that is beautiful. I wish I would, have painted that. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave this for the rest of the show because I want to paint. I want to play bass guitar and I want to paint. The painting thing I don't get. The bass guitar, I definitely want to become, a session bass guitarist. And the reason being is that I have a distinctive style. I basically play bass like one would play the electric guitar, just just presenting a counter melody to whatever the melody of the song is, and it really works. I mean, actually, it has to be done well for it to work, and it's taking a long time for me to get to that point, but I think it's happening. So what else? 9 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, we can go through the news a little. I mean, maybe I hope this alarm tells me something when it's supposed to, because I'm using the same phone to now see the headlines, and we'll see the general headlines from different newspapers. Okay. Nah, because I see the first story. I just don't feel like getting into this right now. I want to take a bit of a break from the politics. Not, the politics, you got to address it. You can't ignore it, but you can't do it 24/7 either. So what else? Yeah, I'm like out of material, I knew this would happen eventually. I'd just run out of stuff to say. And now, I don't know. Again, if I had my bass guitar, I'd just like jam a bit. But isn't this cool how this, does what it does? Okay. What do I want to talk about? I don't know. I don't know. Met this really nice woman in the room that just, right before I started recording. She's in Texas now. She loves to travel. She's like, but she got stuck in Texas because of this COVID-19 thing. But she seems like a really, really good person, somebody who's like, kind of like me, devoted a lot of their life to helping better the world. And I hope she comes into the rooms again, because she was so pleasant to talk with. Let's see. So I've been doing a lot of cooking recently. Cooked a batch of lentils and a batch of chickpeas from dry beans. Now I may cook some grains tomorrow. Tomorrow I have the rabbi's Parsha talk in the evening, and before that I may record Thursday's episode with somebody at around, I think, 3 o'clock or so. I mean, like, we're scheduled to do it. We'll see if it happens. So yeah, this new computer is working out. I was using a laptop, so this is a much bigger monitor. And the laptop will just be kind of like the, secondary, whatever. Maybe if I go on the road and want to do this, except that I don't have a connection. You can't, with my phone plan, I don't think I can use the data from that phone to tether the laptop to it. I doubt I can do that. I don't know. Maybe I can. So what else? Yeah, I had a few groups tonight. One was on, kind of like the religious account of the creation story and some physics about, the early universe. That was interesting. Let's see. 5 minutes left. I'm running out of stuff. Well, maybe a different background will inspire me. Let's see what else I can. I like that art, but let's see what else is there. And I can add a video too. It'd be interesting to add a video of like the last episode. I don't know how that would work. I feel like experimenting. All right, this is another beautiful work of art. Let me see. Whoa, that is like so shocking pink. This is like psychedelic 60s. Whoa, bring out the black lights and the posters and all that. Far out, man. Far out. Like, that's just, and those were great times, that's, I had long hair back then. I was like a kind of hippie. So mountains, how about some mountains? Yeah, some peaceful, yeah. Well, I guess it's all right. I'm playing around. That's how and there's also a feature, I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, I'll show you one of the features. It's called share screen, and it should work. So it's a whiteboard. So, all right, I'm opening up the whiteboard so you can see me on the corner. And basically we can we can draw. And we can change colors, for example, and have a thicker line. And the color that I'm going to use for that one, for the next one, is green. And we'll have another one here. And another smiley face. And then let's have then it creates circles. How does this? That's not a circle. That's a circle. There we go. So we can create bunches. Yeah. All right. So this, there's a guy I'll show you actually. A guy, because, this, that's not even art. What can I tell you? But there's somebody who comes into my room, and he is an artist. I mean, not by profession. He's an engineer, but he's an amazing artist. And for example, I'll show you one thing he did on that screen, just like you saw. There's a couple. Here's one. Let's see. Yeah, well, you can kind of see it. I mean, like, let me show you the other one. The other one I think he did with someone else who I didn't know was an artist also, but he did a pretty cool car. Again, where is it? Here's the other one. All right. And again, I wish you could see it more closely. It's a lot better than it looks now. All right, a minute and 40. What am I? I'm playing. What can I tell you? It's late. It's 11:43. I'm gonna add one more image. Let's come back to Earth. Actually, we're at the moon now, right? Because we're out in space, because this is the Earth. All right. So anyway, I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Catch this on White Plains Community Media, channel 76 if you get Optimum, 45 if you get Verizon, every Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. And I uploaded all the episodes, the last 47 to YouTube. So, you can catch those there if you, want to. And wow, 50 seconds left. So, yeah, what can I say? The time is running out. Time is running out on this. And hopefully for your benefit as well as mine, tomorrow when I do this, I will have more energy and more ideas and perhaps more interesting things to say, and see if I had a free will. I could talk, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about why nobody has a free will. It's a very cool topic. All right, so I will check you out. Hope you're having a great day. See you tomorrow.